Hey guys, Jesslyn here. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to give you an inside look as to what our life looks like out here on the farm. Share a little bit more of my lifestyle and my family with you. We moved out to the country. We built a home on 6 acres of land just a few years ago, and right now we are working to create a farm and to be eventually self-sustaining. So I'm gonna invite you along today to come with us. We have a couple of errands to first run. My daughter's birthday is actually in 2 days and she's turning 3, so we have some errands we have to run today. And then when we get back, I'm gonna kind of show you the farm that we are establishing and let my husband tell you a little bit more about it. If you find yourself liking this video, be sure to let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe so you can join me here every week and hit the bell for notifications. That way you're informed each and every time I upload a new video. Hi.
Hi.
Show me that mouth. Show me that tooth you lost today. Ooh.
It's really big.
Oh my goodness, all your teeth are falling out.
I think so. Your teeth falling out.
Your teeth falling out.
Oh my God. Sissy, I'm not him.
What's Daddy getting?
I don't know.
He's getting a house, like a barn for the cows.
Oh.
For the baby cows that are coming. Sissy, you excited about the baby cows?
Yeah?
Are you gonna love them?
One eternity later.
So we are back in the car now and we are heading to Target or Walmart.
Sometimes you just gotta stop at Cracker Barrel when you've had enough. Stop or enough.
That's why you made us stop?
Yes.
Okay, can we get on with our day now?
Yes, we can.
All
but
right.
I'm gonna drink this.
Stupid.
That was delicious.
Oh, it's so delicious. So delicious.
Stopping at Cracker Barrel just because you needed to get a Dr. Enough.
Yep, made in Johnson City, Tennessee.
This is actually really hard, Nathan.
I thought this would be easy.
It's not easy because she has everything she could possibly want.
Hey, look! Look, Mommy, look! I got pink ball.
It's as easy as a pink ball. So we're back home and this is my husband Mike, and he's just going to tell you a little bit more about why we decided to start a farm.
So we used to live in the city, and we seen that the world is, the United States we'll say, is going crazy. Everybody's talking socialism and just all types of crazy policies and whatnot. So 2 years ago we moved out and bought a piece of property, 6 acres, and built a home on it. Small home, nothing extravagant, nothing, you know, basic vinyl house, basic package, no upgrades, bare basement, just something to expand on down the road. And we got to 6 acres because we want to be self-sustaining. We don't want to rely upon the government for food or medicine or whatnot if that day would ever come, which it seems like there may be a day like that coming. So now you know a little bit about why we're out here and why we're doing this. We're gonna do the 3 acre to 4 acre pasture for cows. Then today I will show you guys a little bit of our pig pasture. Joel Salatin, Joel Salatin. He's the owner of Polyface Farms. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but the guy's a genius in terms of farming. He's all organic and he reuses everything. Every animal complements the other animal. Everything's free range, no garbage and no hormones, no stuff in the meat or the feed. So with that said, let me just kind of take you through what I got going on, the do's and the don'ts and things that I've learned, and we can go from there. This is kind of the starting point of what I'm going to end up talking about. We're doing pig pastures in the woods, and we're running it all on electric. 2 strands of polywire. This is American Farm Works from TSC. It's a 30-mile electric fence controller. It comes with a 2-year manufacturer warranty, and it for $14 you can get extended 2 years. So 4 years of warranty in a box all together with the warranty costs $114. So it's an awesome buy. So what I did is run the polywire down through here so I can run an extension cord from the house, which eventually I'll have an underground conduit to where we don't have to run an above ground extension cord. Like I said, we're just kind of starting out, so got a little covering on here to keep it from getting too wet. These are a bit waterproof, but I put this on here to keep it from getting soaked. So we're going to have cows inside here. So what I did is I run the electric wire on the inside like I would for my cattle, and up here I jumped off of it for the pig paddock. Pig pasture is going on its 2nd year. Gated area was the first season of pigs, and turned into a muck pile because they had not enough ground per pig. I put a gate in here, so I just did that the other day. 4-inch posts with 2 bags of 80-pound concrete, Quikrete, 5,000 high early PSI. Crete, the white bags with yellow letters. Just kind of take you inside here and see what's going on. Like I said before, the original design was just these old cattle gates, and I wired them together with number 12 ceiling wire at every joint, and then I took a concrete form pin about 2 feet long, and it's got the eyelets for it for nails that go through to hold your forms when you pour concrete. Well, these I went and I drove all the way down in the ground, and I looped that 12 gauge wire in, and I tied it to that bottom, and in every joint connection on down I drove a pin. And so what that did is, pigs like to naturally root, so that they got real strong necks, and it keeps them gates from lifting up off the ground. So it's a basic home for these guys. Not a very great design in terms of long-term storage, because if you look at it, it's a mud hole. My water box, I'll give you this. This is a 3/8 polycarbonate. I put this together. That way we can have good clean water. It's got a stainless steel nipple sipper on the back side of it. That way the pigs can always have fresh water. And I got some tricks for wintertime stuff too. So stay tuned for that. This was the original sipper. It's a 6-inch PVC with a cap on the bottom, and then I drilled a hole in it and put a sipper on the bottom with 2 bolts and silicone and sandwiched it in there. And then I stuck the cap on it because I did it with the cap off. It makes it easier. That way you can tighten your bolts on the back side. So then I fasten that bad boy in, run some self-drilling screws with that wood, and then to the fence post, and then I put the PVC to it. And that served good for the first summer, but wintertime it froze over in the bottom, even with a water heater in it, and the pigs got to it and tore the water heater up. So this is a good idea for summertime, bad idea for wintertime. So this was our wintertime water system. What I would do is I would fill this up with a hose. It is a 100-gallon water tub, plastic, and it says right on it that you can use a water heater for it. I took 2-inch PVC Schedule 40 tube, and I fixed it in such a way as it would drill holes through the lip of that rim and run a wire, 12-gauge wire, down through that lip to hold that tip of that down in there. So my cord would run up through there and come out here, and then I would plug it in from this side. And so it would keep that PVC down in there so they couldn't grab a hold of that heater and take it out of there. If you see this little extension here, this is 12-gauge wire. So this was tied to the heater, and this is what kept them from pulling it up out of there. But for the most part, they left it alone once they knew they couldn't get it out of there. If you're having problems with pigs tearing your cords up and whatnot, or your heaters out, that's the best idea I found. And then, you know, your pigs always want to root this up. So what I did is on 4 sides of it, I took 3-foot form pins, drilled a hole on each corner of that trough, and I drove them stakes down into the ground to where if they would try to root on that, it would keep it from tipping over and they won't spill their water out. So it's a pretty good way of doing things. I'm going to keep on thinking through how to do it better, but right now that's working good. This is phase 2. I opened up this section. We got 738 feet wide by 380 feet deep property. In the back 100 feet of it, of that 738 feet or 35 feet, is all thick brush woods and mature trees. So what I did is I sectioned 3 paddocks from the end of our property to about over here, say another 150 feet from this gate. And the idea with that is to, like Joel Salatin talks about, is rotating your pigs and trying to get enough disturbance on the land to regenerate some of the native grasses and vegetables for these guys to eat on, so you have a better quality meat rather than just a grain-fed or a corn-fed pig that's isolated in a poop pile. Now that they're out, they'll be a clean pig. Now this is only our second week in this, and they're just starting to get used to the electric fence. This is kind of the disturbance that he's talking about. I mean, pigs are just natural tillers. And look how beautifully they till that up. This is that form pin I was talking to you about. I don't know if you can see it right there. That form pin that I drove down to the ground to keep them from lifting that corner up. But see, it's tied here through the eyelet of the form pin up here, and double tied around this joint, and that keeps them in. Right now I got the feeder on the outside of the pen because I'm trying to get them out in this pig pasture, try to get them used to wanting to come out. They're a little afraid of the electric still. They come out, but they don't do a whole lot of exploration yet. You can get this paneling at Menards, and it's pole barn paneling. You use it for the roof or siding on a pole barn. It comes in all different colors. At Menards, they'll have a contractor section. You go in the back, and you ask them if they have any returns or any paneling that, you know, it's got scratches or whatever else on it, and you can usually get it for a lot better price. It helped us save money, and it's holds up good. The forest bed here, it's just coming into spring, but this will all grow into vegetation. What I'm trying to do is some of this smaller brush and these saplings and the honeysuckle, trying to get this down. So I think what I'm going to do is get a couple goats in here. You guys kind of stay tuned, and we'll show you some progress on it. But this is kind of stage 1, first paddock. It runs down that way about 130 feet. Comes over to this post here in the corner. I took a 6-foot bush hog through here on I got a John Deere 510. It's a 40 horse tractor, 3-cylinder diesel. So I got the big stuff down, stumps, these 2 3-inch trees down. Try to keep a minimal disturbance on the land. I want to keep it in its natural state. I don't want to take down too many trees, but I do want to get my fence in here and not worry about limbs falling down and knocking out the electricity. double strand. My property kind of rolls high and low, so like I said, this is my first time doing it. It's held the pigs in so far, but we'll see how it goes. Right here we got a natural swale that comes through the property, Little Creek. So hopefully when it rains and that, they get some natural water in here. And in the winter time too, they can come in and drink, and I won't have to worry about keeping the heat on the water. If you look down that way, it's like I said, about another 100, 130 feet that way. That'll be the next pasture. We're gonna put a gate in at this corner. We'll put a little 4-foot man gate like out front. And that way we can move pigs from center paddock to the far paddock and vice versa, like the other side as well. Pretty much it. Just now a matter of getting them to come back here and explore and having babies so we can expand the herd and go from there.
Alright guys, so that's all for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure, like I said, to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe so you're notified of future videos. We'll definitely keep you updated on the progress of everything once we get the goats and the cow coming here soon. So you definitely want to stick around to see all of that good stuff happening.
We got a little pole lean-to. It's a 3-sided pole barn that's going to be going up. It's very cost effective, and hope we can help some people do what we're doing.
Bye!
See you guys.